So, as you can see here, I got a request from Supernova Radioactive to do a ranking of all of the teledrama villains. So, you can thank Supernova Radioactive 27 for the request for this vid. Greetings, viewers. It's Cammy today, and today I'm doing a ranking of all of teledrama's villains from worst to best. One of the many great things about teledrama are its villains. Many have different strategies up their sleeves. It's fun to see a lot of them. Please keep in mind that this vid is full to the brink with my personal opinions. If you disagree with my ranking, that's 100% okay. If you post anything hurtful, however, you will be blocked from commenting. But before we begin, please remember to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. 8. Worst. Mel from All Stars. Mel is obviously the worst villain in the series. You probably predicted this. He was an awful villain. He was lame as a villain. All he did was go around and break things. Another issue I had with him is that they had to dump everyone down to make him look more intimidating. Like, take Zoe. She didn't even know he was Mal until the finale. Of all people, you would think she'd know because they had dated for over a year. She wouldn't even believe Duncan when he warned him, who was in juvie with him. And by the way, it felt pointless for Duncan to have known Mal from juvie in the first place since they really didn't do anything with that. The worst thing about Mal the villain was that they dumbed down Cameron to make sure he didn't know he was Mal and fought Elle for every little thing that he said in Zeke and Ye Shall Find. And of all people, you would think Cameron would be the first to know Mike was Mal. After all, he spent last season studying Mike's MPD and was the first one to find out about it. No one would believe Duncan, who went to juvie with him. Plus, Mike and Mel sound different, and Mel has shades under his eyes while Mike doesn't. When Alejandro tried to warn everyone, Mel stopped him every time. How did they not get note of this? Many contestants who didn't know he was Mel would have known instantly in previous seasons. Number 7. Sugar from Pocketeer Island. Sugar is great as a character. She's hilarious. I made a whole vid on her and why I believe she's the series' most underrated character. However, she was not great as a villain. She didn't do much that would consider her to be a villain. All she did that would make her qualified for a villain was her hate for Ella and pushing a tree on Jasmine, getting her eliminated. Even when she did act villainous, it was a rehash of villains we'd seen before. Like when she explained in the confessional in Mom Making My Problems, she had to get on with the lies because the teams were merging soon. This was like what Scott did in Runaway Mall in Revenge of the Island. And in This Is the Pit, she tried to break up Dave and Sky, and they ended up getting separated on different teams. And she said it was because couples means alliance, which is a rehash of Heather breaking up Gwen Trent and searching Do Not Destroy, and then Trent getting eliminated. I get into this in my vid about Sugar. The whole reason I believe that Scarlet turned evil in Scarlet Fever is because Sugar really hadn't done anything as a villain, so they thought, Sugar hasn't really done anything that would consider her a villain. We gotta get someone, I don't know, maybe Scarlet? One of the main issues with Pocketeer as a whole is the lack of a stable villain. I love Sugar as a character, but she was not a good villain by any means. 6. Justin in teledrama action. Justin was amazing this season. The improvement this season from last season was astounding. Justin was very forgettable on Island. He only lasted 5 episodes and had no lines except for 3 in the first episode. He actually started talking in action and was very funny. He was a great character but horrible villain. His problem is similar to Last Point Sugar. He didn't do much as a villain. He only did 2 things that really qualify him as a villain. 1, break up Gwen Trent, which was handled poorly, and 2, cause Izzy's second elimination. This brings me to my next point. Number 5, Courtney in teledrama action. So, both of Action's villains back to back. So I feel the main reason they made her debut was because Justin had flunked as a villain and didn't really do anything, so they thought, We have to do something. I don't know, bring back Courtney. My main issue here was that she was really annoying as a villain, and she cheated her way through with her lawyers. Like, she threatened to call her lawyers over everything, which got on my nerves. There are definitely things I thought that I liked about her this season, though. Number 4. The ice dancers from the Redonkulous race. So here are these hilarious ice dancers. Redonkulous race is not a season for villains, though, sadly. I love how they laugh evil, how hilarious they were. They would trample over anyone, their obsessions with many things like metals. Number 3, Scott. Now we are at the really good villains. Scott was something new as a villain. I liked his strategy of costing his team the challenge and then eliminating someone else. He also got away with it every time, surprisingly. He was also hilarious, too. He caused a lot of eliminations, like Bees, Don's, and Mike's. I loved his rivalry with Fang. Number 2 is Alejandro World Tour. Alejandro is definitely a character that I love. He was a great villain. I like how he seduced the girls to get them wrapped around his finger so he could eliminate them. He could convince everyone to vote a certain player out. He is also the only villain to make the finale in a season. He caused the most eliminations of any contestant. The main reason he's number 2 and not number 1 is because he as a villain did cause some derailments. Like Lashawna's derailment when he got her to slap Heather, which last season they had made up and became friends, so this threw that development out the window. And how he seduced Courtney, and of all people you'd think she would know. Number 1, Heather and Island. Of course you had to expect this. She's the original baddie and my favorite character from the teledrama franchise. Well, there you have it. My ranking of all the teledrama villains. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this vid and subscribe to my channel.